Right, let's turn these on. Hold down, on, hold down, on, adjust it a little bit, medium, good to go. I can feel my hands. Oh, it's weird being back on my own bike. So used to that R9T, this thing feels like a sports bike, which is weird. Right guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a quick discussion on heated gear and if I think it's worth it. Because I've got a couple of bits of heated gear now and I thought I'd share my thoughts with you. If that interests you, stick around and we'll get into it. Okay, so heated gear, there's quite a bit on the market. You know, you can go onto Amazon and find a really cheap set of heated armoured gloves, probably not certified or, you know, safety certified to any level, but they'll probably keep your hands warm. And the price range for them is not that bad, so they're probably, you know, £30 upwards you could probably go. And then, yeah, you're still not getting the certification, and obviously unless you buy a proper branded pair of gloves or, you know, armoured gear for your bike or an undergarment. Now, I've stuck with a single brand, not because I'm sponsored by them or anything like that. I just think they're good and I've stuck with them. Their gear obviously goes together, so it's a bit like Apple. If you buy one thing, it connects to the other, and it's no different with this heated gear. I've gone with Keis. I like Keis. They've got a nice, good quality product, so I've gone with them. I mean, it doesn't matter who you go with, to be honest. I know that a lot of the big brands have good heated gear now. I think Keis have been on it before, most of them. But yeah, they're not the cheapest brand, I will say that. Their prices are quite a lot, and also there is a couple of little things that annoy me about, for example, the gilet that you can buy from them. You can buy a couple of different gilets. Well, as a man you can, I believe they do women's as well. But yeah, you get like a premium gilet, and you get a gilet with the one that goes around your neck, so it will keep your neck warm. For me, that wasn't really a thing. I didn't want that. I didn't want it to get in the way of anything. I like wearing a neck scarf, so I just got the normal gilet without the neck protection, the premium gilet it's called. So we'll start with the gilet, and if it's good, if it's worth it, blah blah. This is obviously going to be sort of more aimed at Keis, so it's going to be a Keis review essentially of the gilet and the gloves. I've done the gloves before in my channel, so you can click on that video. I'll put it up there now if you want to have a look at that. But this is a more of an on the bike experience, and I'll tell you, you know, what they're like and how after I've had them for a few months. So the gilet is, I believe, about £140, give or take. Don't quote me on that, but it's, you know, it's not cheap for just something you wear underneath your jacket. So when you buy the gilet from Keis, it will come with a nice fancy box, very nicely packaged. It will come with the necessary wires that you need for connecting it to your motorcycle battery, so it needs a 12-volt connection. You also put a fuse within that wiring, depending on how many heated garments you've got connected to the bike. Depends on what the fuse you need is. So I've got gloves and a gilet, so I needed a different fuse, but it tells you in the guide in the handbook, which is all lovely and dandy. Now, when I first got on my bike, I was so excited to use this gilet because it was so, you know, it's expensive. I plugged it in, did all the battery, and I plugged all that stuff in, connected it all up, and the gilet came on, and I was roasting, immediately roasting. It's such a hot gilet. Now, there lies my first problem, and I thought, how the hell do I turn this thing on, off, down, up? And you basically can't. And that's because you have to buy separately the controller from Keis that will allow you to do that, to turn it on and off at your own discretion, and also then it allows you to, you know, have a low, medium or hot setting. I'm not going to lie, that kind of annoyed me quite a bit, because I had to then, after I just spent £140, I had to then buy a 25, I think, or £35 controller to then plug in and wait for that, and then I could turn it on and off, up or down as I liked, like the gloves do as standard. That kind of irritated me. So one thing I would say, especially if it was to Keis, is please just include it. Don't be Apple. It's very annoying. No one wants a fully heated jacket permanently all the time. Now, other than that, the product is sublime, lovely, high quality. They've got little zip protection on the zip, so you can, it doesn't catch your neck or anything like that. It's a well thought out product and a really nice gilet, so would recommend. It doesn't come with a battery pack. Nothing from Keis, I believe, comes with a battery pack unless you buy it separately, which is a little bit annoying again, because you have to buy the battery separately, which is expensive. But that'll bring me on to the gloves. The gloves are £200 straight out of the box. They also connect to your bike's battery. If you've got the gilet, they connect straight to the gilet, which is okay. For me, it wound me up quite a bit because I've got wires going down my arms to connect the gloves to my jacket, and then I've got a wire from my jacket to the bike. So you're getting it's a bit annoying, if I'm honest. It's a bit of a fiddle, especially if you're doing a daily commute. It's not ideal. It's going to turn them on and off without fiddling around with wires. I obviously bought the gloves, and then I looked into the batteries and how much they cost. So they're an extra £85 on top of the gloves. So you're looking at near on £300 for the gloves. So that is not cheap, just to stay a bit warmer in winter. Would I recommend them? Yes, I would. I would just recommend buying one thing at a time though. If you can handle the annoyance of the wires, then just buy the gloves and save up for the, if money is a problem, save up and get the batteries later on down the line, because they're not essential, but I prefer the batteries a lot. I'm really happy that I've bought them. I did that. I waited. I didn't want to just drop £300 on a pair of gloves that I didn't necessarily need. I could sort of suffer a little bit with the cold, and I don't really ride or commute. I don't really commute, so that wasn't really a big issue for me. The good thing about the gloves is that, unlike heated grips, they keep the area of your hand warm where the grips won't. So my fingers, like the top of my hands, are nice and warm, whereas the grips do a great job of keeping your sort of palms nice and hot. And if you've got both, then you're going to have a lovely nice time. I found, especially this winter, it's not been ridiculously cold, but it's hovering around the sort of 0 to 5 degrees mark. I don't need these gloves on full, and I don't have heated grips on my MT10. I've got them at the moment on the medium setting, and they're perfectly fine. They're actually a bit clammy, if anything. So I would recommend them. They are very good gloves. It is a very good gilet. The only annoying thing is, I would just like it to come with everything. I'd rather they just priced it so I got the batteries included, didn't have fiddly shitty wires to deal with, and yeah, I'd be pretty happy with that. And it's a bit of a nasty surprise as well when you haven't got a controller and it's just on, because the gilet is hot. But yeah, like I said, you've got plenty of options out there. You don't have to stick with Keis. It's just a brand that I like and I prefer over others for heated wear. Heated wear is fairly new to me. I actually quite like it. It's definitely a luxury, I would say. Either that, or you just put on an extra bit of clothing, like I have done for the past 15 years or so. So yeah, not necessary, but definitely a luxury. You wouldn't actually know that you're wearing the gilet. It's very comfortable, and it sticks to you quite well. I'm quite broad, and I think I fit quite nicely into a small or medium, so I can't remember which one it is. I know I have tried on an extra small. My friend had one, but I believe they run large. Sorry, run large. So yeah, if you check the sizing before you order them, especially if you go to Keis, because yeah, the sizes aren't exactly true to fit. I do get good battery life out of these gloves, to be honest. They last for about 4 hours or so if it's max heat, and I never have max heat all the time, so so yeah, they last for quite a while. And charging them up, they don't take very long at all. They seem to be charged in no time. So yeah, again, another plus. Overall, my experience has been very positive. So if you've got any questions, stick them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Getting very close to my 1,000 subscriber target now, so thanks very much for all of you who are subscribed and are watching all my videos. I really appreciate it. But that will do for this video. I'm gonna love you and leave you for the New Year's. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, then feel free to sub, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao for now. Oh my god.